All right, it's DoorDash Daily Recap video time. This is the recap video for Tuesday, November 7th. Actually being recorded a day later. I got called into work, actually, kind of out of nowhere, an absolute surprise. And so I just more than likely will just be doing the one short dash this week. I signed up for, of course, I went in yesterday, today. I signed up for the whole week. There was availability for overtime, so I took it. Um, so I just got the one short dash to cover. That yesterday, I think I logged in at 5:30 in the morning. You see here, I didn't get my first offer until it was almost an hour that I sat here watching some of my video journals and kind of catching up with that. And I logged off at, it was probably like just before 11 o'clock. So only about like a 4.5 hour dash, something like that. Actually, two dashes, and I'll get to that here in a minute. But anyway, so here is the first offer. Um, Meyer 1075, 12.6 miles. I took this. Now the mileage doesn't match, but remember, I'm this first order here, I'm starting at home. So I allow about 3 miles. I don't count, and when I'm deciding offers that I take from home. So this is really, like, for me, 1075 for about 9 miles. So I went ahead and took it. And I had on this next screenshot here, I had again, this is like the third time I've seen this where the customer adds an item, and then it says here that when you deliver the order, your pay is going to be adjusted. Um, on this particular order, I didn't see any extra pay. Let me check um, my earnings tab again just to make sure. Yeah, and there's no other pay or any, my pay wasn't adjusted, so, and even if it had been, it would only been like a quarter, 50 cents or whatever, so no big deal. The next screenshot is the item that was added, so the Little Debbie honey buns, you know, not a big deal. I was up in that area of the store anyway. Like, I hadn't gotten the ice cream yet, and of course that item is not too far from like the frozen aisles. It was no big deal to get that. So, and then go back to my notes here. And then there's so now there's a couple of videos here that I'll piece together about an item that I had to walk clear to the other side of the store just to get one item. So check out this video. Yeah, it sucks on these shopping orders when you have one item that's clear at the other end of the store. So there you see my cart. Mostly grocery stuff, some baby stuff. Of course, that's all on one side. And then now I need some child cough syrup. Of course, I have to cough right when I talk about it. And I thought I'd be smart when I was over in the baby aisle or the baby section. I was like, well, they got medicine over here too. So it was Highland cough syrup. So I went over to the aisle that has the medicine, and I found it, nighttime cough medicine. Go and scan it. And here I'm thinking I'm smart and I won't have to go to the other side of the store. But come to find out, That was child, or what I scanned was baby medicine, and I need the child medicine. It's like, give me a break. Okay, let's see if we can find this. I think it was in 8. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, where's the Highland at here? Do you guys see it anywhere? There we go. Here we go. So there's daytime combo pack. Look at this. Look at this right here. Just my luck. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, okay. Wonder if this one will scan. Okay, let me try to scan it. It scanned. We're good to go. All 10 items found. Now off to the delivery. Okay, next screenshot here is the final pay on that order, and customer tip 0. Thank you very much for that. So I got $10.75 all in DoorDash pay. Oh, I forgot to mention you. I meant to mention this at the start of the video, but you see some of the various other different Wonder Woman stuff behind me. That's the stuff that is new to this video that it wasn't in the previous videos. That's stuff that's normally on this side of the room that the iMac's on. So I decided for this video, maybe all the videos going forward, whatever I can move to get behind me to get as much of the collection in the video as possible, I'll move it for these videos, and then when I'm done shooting, return the stuff back. But anyway, but there's some couple other things on the wall here that I'm not going to take stuff down off the walls and move it. So just, you know, just and that may be kind of hard to see the different stuff in there. You see the Pez dispensers and a couple magazines, coloring books, and various other items. On the bottom shelf, that's like stickers and a couple other like coloring book, activity book type of things. And of course you see the tree. With, you know, some of the various different ornaments that we collect. Sidetracked here. Okay, so there's the final pay for the first order. Next comes my only drop of Tuesday. $7.50 for 11 miles. The main thing here was I just well, I'm not going to pull up the initial offer, but the Meyer order was going out though. I just came from that area, so I don't want to turn around and go right back out there. So, and I figured it's 7:30 almost, kind of a busy time. I'll just, you know, I should get something better. Next was this order here, which, you know, that wasn't too great. $6, 7 miles, but I took it. I can't be too picky on acceptance rate. It was I think 72% or whatever going into the day, so I didn't want to be like too picky. I went ahead and took this, and this was kind of an interesting order because all this order was 5 hash browns. So not really sure. Only thing I can think of is the customer was like cooking something and wanted to add some cooked hash browns into the whatever they were cooking, or that's the only thing I can think of. Okay. Then we got, okay, so this is a classic example right here. This was my best example of yesterday of, and this is the type of order that if I'm below 75% on my acceptance rate, and for me, the way I do it, I know a lot of other dashers will do this differently. Probably, I'm going to assume a lot of top dashers, the first couple weeks of the month, they just like are picky and choosy, and they'll let their acceptance rate go all the way down, 40, 50%, maybe even lower, and then spend the last couple weeks, picking it back up. I don't do that. I have certain criteria and ways that I choose whether or not to take an order, and then 75% is my threshold. Once I get below 75, then there's certain orders that I'll take that I probably wouldn't take if I was above 75. And this is about as classic of an example as it can get right here. Um, I took this because it's all within zone. Yeah, it's 350, 5.6 miles. That sounds terrible on the surface, but I'm actually out of zone at this particular point. So I'm kind of in the southwest zone. So I know that I got to be coming back to my zone anyway, and so I figured those couple 2 miles or whatever for me to get back into zone, I was going to have to drive that anyway. And this is really more like a 350 for 3.5 miles. I mean, the dollar to mile matches if I was in zone. Um, so, like I said, I took this and um, it, you know, and then the next screenshot here, and it was delivering to I'm only getting paid $3.50, and it's delivering to a third floor apartment. And then, I close out the order and see that right here, customer only tipped $1 um, for a third floor delivery. Thank you very much for the tip. I it's just I've talked about this in the previous videos. It's like the inconsiderate customers. It's just kind of gets to you sometimes, but it is what it is. And then okay, so I drop that order off, and then I get this right here. I get logged off and get this summary screen of my first three orders. So, and about a half hour before that, I got a text saying that I was scheduled to dash, but I was already on the dash. I usually don't get that text. Okay, so you see right here, I on Tuesday through Fridays, I usually schedule myself from 8 a.m. to 3. And what I do is if I wake up earlier than that and I get dressed, get around and everything, and start the dash prior to 8 o'clock, so I hit start dashing, and then it asks me what time to end the dash. And then I just put the start time, my scheduled start time of 8. And then what's always happened prior to Tuesday is that I just start dashing, and at 8 o'clock, the dash, I'm already dashing, so it just continues on until I log off, and it's all just like one dash. And like I said, for whatever reason, Tuesday was different. I got logged off, and I was able to log right back in, but Tuesday counted as two separate dashes. So I guess going forward, I'll probably now, let's say I log in again at 5:30 in the morning. Now, when it asks for the end time, I'll probably just start putting 3 p.m. now instead, to avoid having it broken up into 2 dashes. So then the next order I received was this Panera order. Again, not a good order, but it's not going too far out east. My acceptance is under 75. I got to loosen my standards here. I take this order. Not knowing until I'm on this route that if you're watching this on a cell phone or smaller device, you're probably not going to be able to see my pointer here, but right here on northbound 23, right before you see this turn that I have to make, but right before that turn on the northbound side was a 3-car pileup that was pretty bad, and they had this shut down northbound in just one lane, and I had to sit here. Even I had to, at this traffic light, I had to wait 2 light cycles before I could make my turn. And so that whole area was like a mess that I got myself into. It is what it is. Once I got through that intersection, though, I delivered the order okay. And I was coming back, and even though they had both lanes were reopened by that point, but it was still kind of congested. So I went ahead and paused my dash, and so that I could, because I didn't know how long it was going to take to get back to zone. And then once I had it paused, I figured I'm kind of low on gas, so I'll just unpause it after I get gas as well. And so the next screen here, this is where the timer was at when I resumed the dash. You know, these pauses start at 35 minutes. And so only from the time me getting through that intersection, getting back to zone, and pumping my gas and ready to go to resume the dash, grand total, that only took 15 minutes. So I got real lucky as far as that goes. And then I start kind of now you see it's closing in on 9 o'clock. Normally a slow time for me, so I start making my way past home, or making my way to go home, when I get this offer. Heck yeah, $6 hidden tip. Only 2.1 miles. I had just passed the Wendy's actually, but all I had to do was go up to the traffic light, and it was an easy, workaround to get back to the Wendy's. So I pick up that order, and easy deliver. It delivered near my W-2, and then the most interesting thing from the dash. Okay, so I drop that order off and immediately get another order for this Starbucks order. And again, if you're watching this on a cell phone, you probably might not be able to see too well, but look at the delivery point on this and where my car is. And I was like, what? Is this wait a minute, is this the exact same customer? Am I delivering to I just dropped off at a house. Am I now getting an offer for this same house, back to back consecutive orders? And so I figured I'm not going to, I don't want to check it. I wanted there to be a little bit of suspense or whatever. So I went, and I figure I'd go pick the order up first, and then while I'm coming back, I'll check to see if it's the exact same house. One other screenshot here about this order that I thought was interesting is no drinks. You see here a Starbucks order where it's just a bagel and a muffin. So I thought that was interesting. And so I'm coming back to where I just delivered, and when I got stopped at the traffic light, I looked at the address. Sure enough, exact same house. Now, in this was in my first week or two of dashing back in December. I did have a customer where I delivered breakfast and then later lunch to the guy. But this is the first time, and let me know in the comments below if this has ever happened to you. But have you ever got a like consecutive orders to one customer? I mean, I just thought it was crazy. Um, I don't know, maybe somebody in the house was like, it was different names. So a lady in the house was the Wendy's, and then the Starbucks was a guy. So I wonder, like, if the wife ordered something, and then the husband was like, "Oh yeah, maybe I'll get something from Starbucks too. I think I'll get a bagel and a muffin." And just, I thought it was just crazy. And how I got that order. That's kind of funny too, because that's actually an out of zone pickup. In my market, we have, like, I want to say there's at least four Starbucks, maybe five. I'm not really sure, because I only get Starbucks once in a great while. I'm not, I'll get it, but I'm not like the biggest fan. I'm not much of a coffee drinker. So I don't know for sure, but none of them do DoorDash. So this one on the in the Southwest zone, if anybody in my market wants to do DoorDash, Starbucks, it has to come from out of zone. I think even one time I was in the downtown Columbus area dropping off an order, and I got a Starbucks from one of those locations downtown coming back to my market, which was kind of interesting. Um, but yeah, I just thought that was pretty crazy. And how it it didn't assign that order to a driver close by in that market. It assigned the order to the driver that was sitting at that customer's house. So let's go get that order and come back. It's like, it felt like if I was going to get something to eat for myself and coming back. um and then where are we at here? And then so then I after this order, then I was able to make my way home, and I got home without getting an order. But that was short lived. I don't think I was even in here 5 minutes. I think it was like 3.5, 4 minutes. I was able to refill my drink, which I'll take a drink now. I was able to refill that, and I fixed one of those Jimmy Dean's breakfast scrambles, like in the cups, and which is real convenient when I'm dashing. I just stop here just for a quick break, because it only takes like not even 2 minutes to fix, and if I don't get done eating it, which I didn't yesterday, it fits in my cup holder in my car. So I just set it in my cup holder, and each time I get stopped at a light, pick up my cup, and, it's pretty cool. And then, whoops. Okay, so the order that I got here at home was this. I mean, this wasn't too bad, considering that, I'm coming from home to get this, and even still, it's the dollars. It's more than the mileage. So $7. I'm sorry, $8 for 7 miles. Taco Bell, and they went. Let's see. I at the Taco Bell when I got this next offer. I think I was at the Taco Bell. So I got this McDonald's for $3.50. You see here for an additional 231 feet. So I'm like, well, what is that? Is that like the same customer maybe? Or and what it is now this was like really interesting here. So what this is the McDonald's and the customer from McDonald's is on the route that I would have to take for the Taco Bell order. So I pick up Taco Bell. The McDonald's is right on my path. So I had to turn at the traffic light. That's the 231 feet is the like the traffic light to the McDonald's. And then so I pick that up and I travel down this road here, make this turn, and the customer lived on this road, the McDonald's customer. So it's I I don't know that I've probably gotten a stack like this before where it was exactly like on the route of my first order, and I didn't have to go anywhere. It was all on that route. That's another kind of something that doesn't happen too often. Maybe I'm sure it's happened to me once or twice before, but and so I dropped that off, dropped the McDonald's off, then you see, finish the route, drop the Taco Bell off, and then I was coming back. It was about um, it was 10 o'clock or few minutes after, and I was coming to to where I was wanting to park to wait for orders, and my W-2 calls. And so then, they asked if I could come in that day around 12:30. I was like, yeah. And then of course, I scheduled the rest of the week as well. And then so after that phone call, then I started making my way home. I was still, I didn't have to be at work until 12:30. I was still going to do an order or two if I got something because around that 10:45 to 11 range, that's a time frame where I could see a catering order from either like Chipotle or City Barbecue. Chipotle opens at 10:45, City Barbecue is at 11, but you can get those orders like 10, 15 minutes before the restaurant opens. And so I stayed logged in, and it got to about maybe 5 or 10 minutes till 11, and I kind of changed my mind about taking another order, so I went ahead and logged off. Um, so that was it for Tuesday. Yesterday, the two dashes combined was $51. And I went way over on miles. I think I drove like, it was like 75, 80 miles. I went way over. It was a bad day for that. Um, but yeah, caught a huge break that I'm able to get more hours at the W-2 this week. And then, like I said, more than likely won't do another dash again this week. We'll see if either tomorrow or the day after ends up being like a really short work day. If the volume isn't there, maybe I might do a dash. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. I also recorded a while back. I posted the series, the 5-part series on customer ratings. I recorded another series. These 5 videos I shot all on this iMac, and I just shot all 5 videos consecutively. They're all shorter. They're in that, I don't know, 8 to 15 minute time frame each. And this new series is going to be on issues at the restaurants. So the various different problems that you can run into at the restaurants and what I do in those situations. So I've got the video shot. I don't have like the editing done, the thumbnails, that type of thing. So I'll work on that probably tomorrow or the day after. And so those will be coming soon. And that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like the video. If you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel. And that is all I have for now. Again, thanks for watching. I'm getting tired now for some reason. Or maybe I'm hungry. Or both. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next time.